The sixth principle of accounting is the principle of prudence or conservatism. According to the principle of conservatism, if the management anticipate loss, provision should be made for loss. But if it anticipate profit, it should not be recorded in the books of accounts unless and until it is realized. So this principle of conservatism says that if the management assumes that in the future a loss may occur because of any circumstances, change in demand, change in fashion, change in the prices of the goods, and many other factors, then to safeguard itself, certain provisions should be created. But if there is an anticipation of any profit arising in the future, it will not be recorded until and unless the profit has been realized. The principle states that management should be conscious while ascertaining income, failing which profit will be overstated and it will mean declaration of dividend out of capital. So this principle also states that management should be conscious while ascertaining income, and if by chance the income that has been assumed to arise in an accounting period may not come, may not be earned, or it is just an anticipation, and in accordance to that anticipation the income is recorded in the books, then the profits will be shown at a higher rate, and when the profits will increase, the dividend which is to be paid out of the profit will also increase, and in this condition the management of the company will have to pay the dividend out of the profit, and this practice of paying the dividend out of the profit and making a provision for it out of the capital and making a provision for it on the capital is said to be illegal. This principle is used in the following circumstances. Number 1, valuation of closing stock at the cost or market price, whichever is less. So the closing stock is always valued at cost or market price, whichever is less. If the cost price is 10,000 and the market price is 12,000, then the closing stock will be valued at 10,000. Number 2, creation of provision for doubtful debts. Suppose we have debtors of rupees 10,000 at the end of the year, and we assume that out of this 10,000, say 500 or 1,000 rupees will not be recovered. So a provision has to be created for that money that is assumed not to be recovered. Third, creation of provision for sundry debtors for discount. It is also assumed that some of the debtors may ask for a discount at the time of paying their clearing the dues. So that discount will be a loss of revenue. So a provision has to be created for this loss also. Fourth, writing off the intangible assets like goodwill, patent, trademarks, etc. Goodwill, patent, trademarks, etc. are to be written off as per the specified period by different laws. Then joint life policy be stated in the balance sheet only at its surrender value against the actual amount paid. So whatever is the surrender value of the joint life policy, this policy is taken by the partners of a partnership firm on their lives, and it will be stated in the balance sheet at its surrender value. Surrender value is the value which the insurance company is ready to pay on that particular date, that is the date of the balance sheet, and it will not be shown at the actual amount of premium that has been paid or the actual amount of the policy. Thus, the principle of conservatism requires the profit should be recorded in the books of accounts only when they are realized, but provisions of loss should be made even if it is anticipated. The need of this principle is the principle of conservatism is a pessimist approach in accounting, but for dealing with the uncertainties, it is must. So this principle has a pessimist approach, but because of the uncertainty, it is must to be used. Uncertainty of the business, of the business environment, the uncertainty of the government policies, and many other things has to be applied. It in this way, interest of lenders and creditors are also protected by not distributing fictitious profits as dividends. So this principle helps in protecting the creditors and the lenders of the money to the business organization, because they are protected by not distributing fictitious profits as dividends. The limitations of this principle is, this principle leads to inconsistency in the sense that while adopting the methods which would have least effects on overstatement of profits and assets, sometimes in 2 successive years the business entities have to adopt 2 different methods of accounting. So this principle is criticized for creating inconsistency in the sense that the adoption of the method of calculating different things will have to be changed in different successive years to make the profits not to be overstated and the assets not to be overstated in the books of accounts. Too much of conservatism may lead to misinterpretation and result in creation of secret reserves. And if so much conservatism is applied in accounting, then it may lead to misrepresentation and result in creation of secret reserves, which goes against the principle of full disclosure. And those secret reserves has to be kept in secret, and the principle of full disclosure is said not to be followed properly by that business organization. This principle should be used in most cautious and rational manner, in most conscious and rational manner.